like to tie a Clouser Minnow. The original Clouser Minnow was a fly that evolved from the traditional bucktail streamers. Bob Clouser tied this fly in 1987. Bob was a Pennsylvania shop owner and a guide. Some people think that the Clouser Minnow is perhaps the most important and effective deep fly pattern that's been developed in the past 30 years. Tie the pattern, we're going to use a Dairiki hook, 810 size 6. The thread we're going to use is a uni thread. It's in fire orange. For the weight on the fly, we're going to use some barbell eyes. In this case, we're going to use some Real Eye Plus 5/32 nickel pearl. For the underbody, we're going to use some Palmer chenille, small pearl. For the lateral line, we're going to use some crystal flash. And for the overbody, we're going to use some pseudo hair. And this is where the fly gets its name, that we're going to be using pseudo hair for the overbody. For cement, we're going to be using hard as hull. Okay, let's tie the pseudo hair Clouser. I've already mounted the bead barbell eyes onto the hook because I like to use super glue to hold it in place. So let's get started by starting our thread behind the eye in front of the barbell eyes. And to that we're going to add our pearl chenille. Okay, we'll clean it up just a little bit before we start winding. Then we're going to bring our pearl chenille over the top of the barbell eyes and start laying a base of the chenille behind the barbell eyes to form the underbody. And after we have a nice underbody form, we'll bring the chenille back over the top of the barbell eyes and we'll tie it in place. Okay, we'll clip off our excess. And let's clean it up just a little bit around here so we can get some of those stragglers pulling backwards and not forward. Okay, once we're satisfied, we'll turn our hook over the vise. And again, we got a few stragglers here we'll clean up. And then we'll tie in our crystal flash for the lateral line. And we'll trim it off just about shank length beyond the bend. Okay, now we're ready to put on our overbody, which will be the pseudo hair. Okay, we're going to cut off a clump pseudo hair from the hide. We've got a few pieces already cut off. So we've cut off a clump of pseudo hair. And we're going to pull out a few of the ends here, the stragglers, to make it a little bit more dense. And then we're going to comb out a little bit with our fingers the tag in here, the bottom. You'll notice that we're getting all kinds of loose hairs coming out of here, which will reduce the head of our fly in size, make sure that our material holds a little better, and we get just a little nicer look to our fly pattern. Okay, I'd like my body just to be a little bit thicker than what it is, although we don't want it too thick. We want to tie it as sparsely as we dare. So I'm going to cut off just a little bit more of the pseudo hair. Clean it up. And we'll blend our two pieces together. So we've got just a little more thickness, but yet it's still fairly sparse. So we're going to lie this on top of the hook shank, so we want about a shank length sticking over the end. Okay, I'm going to bring my thread right up next to the barbell eyes in order to tie this in. I've got just a little bit more than I need there, but I'm going to make a couple soft turns, pull it back just a little bit, and then I can start making some tight turns. And wrap it on down to form then my head. Got a couple stragglers there we'll get rid of. Form a nice head. Try to taper it just a little bit back towards the body. And we're ready to whip finish. And we can clip it. And if we want, we can go back then and trim out just a little bit the chenille. Just a little bit tighter. Clean up the head just a little bit. And we're ready to apply our hardest hull. Make sure I get a nice layer all around and run it back up onto the pseudo hair just a little bit. Okay, I've got a nice layer of hardest hull on here. I'm going to clip off just a little straggler here again. I'm going to let that dry, and after it dries, I'm going to apply one more coat as hard as hull, and that will be the finished fly.